Will wearing eyelid tape give me a double lid even though I already have a crease above my eye? When I was young, my mother used her fingers to make creases above my eyes to give me double lids. One became a double lid, but the other got messed up. So, I have one double lid on one eye and a messed up crease on the other. Will eyelid tape fix this?
Thank you for your question. You've submitted a photo and a history where you state that your mother helped you develop a crease just by manually creating one, and you want to know, and you've described where one eyelid has a crease and whether or not tape will result in a more permanent crease. I think that's what you're trying to ascertain from this question. So, to help you understand what exactly is the basis for an eyelid crease in Asians, it comes down to essentially a particular connection. And this connection is between a muscle called the levator muscle. The levator muscle is the muscle that lifts the eyelid, like the word elevator, without the letter E. Well, the fibers from the levator muscle go into the skin, and it pulls the skin in, and it creates that connection that causes that fold. Now, when we perform Asian eyelid surgery, whether it's with the non-incisional method or the incisional method, we have one primary objective, is to create that connection between the skin and the levator muscle. When you wear eyelid tape, and it's very popular to try that, is to see how you like it. And in fact, sometimes our patients will come in and wearing the tape, and it'll give me a kind of a good guideline as to where they want their eyelid crease, and then we discuss if it's feasible or not. But the point is that tape can force the skin to fold in, but tape won't create that connection. And so, because tape won't create that connection, I don't think you should try to use the tape to create that effect as a long-term strategy. A lot of patients, or a lot of people who come before they have the surgery, they'll actually say and how they routinely would apply the tape and use it before they went out or for a special occasion. The challenge is that it's, of course, a little bit cumbersome to do that, and sometimes people get sensitivities to the adhesive, and the eyelid skin is delicate, and sometimes the pulling on and off of the tape becomes less fun than it was initially. So, understanding that the goal is to create an adhesion, to create the connection between the skin and the levator muscle, I would say to you that you're probably, if you're very serious about having a crease, then you should meet with a qualified, experienced cosmetic surgeon who has a lot of experience with Asian eyelid surgery. You may be someone who just will benefit from a non-incisional approach, which means you don't have extra skin, you don't have any fat to remove, and that you'll do well with something which is very limited in terms of its overall invasiveness, because what we're doing is we're making little openings and connecting the skin to the underlying muscle, and those stitches and everything just stay buried underneath inside the eyelid. So with that understood, you can now do your research and decide how you'd like to proceed, or you may just want to use the tape on an ongoing basis just to maintain a certain look. So I hope that was helpful. I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for your question.